5 lesser-known facts about the amazing life of Keanu Reeves. He once helped a stranded woman in LA after her car broke down. Reeves called AAA for her and then went 50 miles out of his way to drive her home. In the early 2000s, Reeves was driving down a highway outside LA when he stumbled upon a woman with a broken-down car. Reeves stopped and tried to jumpstart her car, which didn't work. He then called AAA, who came and towed her car. When Reeves learned that the woman lived far away and needed a ride, he offered to take her home, which she gladly accepted. He drove about 50 miles out of his way, and upon reaching the destination, Reeves gave her his number and informed her to call him if she needed any further help. Despite all of his success and fortune, Reeves is known to be a charitable person. He has a secret foundation that has been helping children's hospitals and cancer research for years. The 54-year-old is estimated to be worth $360 million. Despite being one of Hollywood's highest-paid actors, he is very generous with this money. In 2009, while speaking with Ladies' Home Journal, he confirmed that he has his own private foundation which aids children's hospitals in cancer research. He is reported to have said, "I have a private foundation that's been running for 5 or 6 years, and it helps aid a couple of children's hospitals in cancer research. I don't like to attach my name to it, I just let the foundation do what it does." Keanu Reeves gave away a sizable portion of his earnings from The Matrix to the costume and special effects team. According to Hello Magazine, he is believed to have given as much as $50 million of his earnings from the movie to the unsung heroes. Viewers often forget the fact that a movie comes to life because of the efforts of thousands of people. When The Matrix was being filmed, Keanu Reeves acknowledged the efforts of the costume and special effects team who brought the movie to life. In order to thank them for their roles, he gave them more than $50 million of his earnings from the movie. Also, while filming in Australia, he gifted each member of the stunt team with a $6,600 Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Reeves has plenty of money to get by, and in an interview he explained, "Money is the last thing I think about. I could live on what I have already made for the next few centuries." He is known to give away his salary so that directors can afford to hire other actors in his movies. Sometimes directors have to hire actors and crew members based on a fixed budget. When this happens, they often do not get to hire the people they have in mind. However, it is known that Keanu Reeves willingly deferred his compensation in at least 2 instances so that the production team could free up some of their budget to be able to afford the actors. "Is that all I have to do?" he recalled asking producers. "Sure. What else do I have to do? 'Cause I'll do it." In an interview, Reeves explained that he deferred part of his salary on The Devil's Advocate to ensure that there was enough budget to get Al Pacino on board. The second time he deferred his salary to get Gene Hackman on board The Replacements. Keanu Reeves genuinely cares about his fans and is known for going to extreme lengths to make them happy. Unlike most celebrities who get angry at their fans for asking to take a picture or for an autograph, Keanu Reeves actually makes an effort to make his fans happy. A Twitter user recently shared a story where he had an encounter with Reeves 18 years ago. In honor of John Wick 3, I have a Keanu Reeves story. Keanu came to the movie theater I worked at in Sydney in 2001. He was working on the Matrix series at the time. It's a quiet Wednesday morning, almost nobody's seeing movies. I'm working at the box office really bored, and suddenly this dude walks up in jeans, a leather jacket, and a horse riding helmet. A weird equestrian looking helmet. It takes me a solid 30 seconds to ignore the helmet and realize it's Keanu Reeves. He wants to buy a ticket for a Johnny Depp movie. I'm so starstruck, I do what any sensible 16-year-old does and tell him I'd like to give him my employee discount. This means he needs to sign my sheet, and therefore I have his autograph. "I don't work here," Keanu says, seemingly confused by my offer. I'm flustered and just charge him the normal price, kicking myself after for not getting his autograph. 2 minutes later, there's a knock on the door behind me that leads into the box office. I assume it's my manager. It's Keanu. "I realize you probably wanted my autograph," he says, "so I signed this." He hands me a receipt from the concession stand that he signed the back of. He then casually throws an ice cream cone in the trash can and sees his movie. I realize later that he bought an ice cream cone he didn't want just to get receipt paper so he could scribble his autograph. Thank you for watching.